Going live. You're now live.
Hi, everybody. If you can hear me, go ahead and please type yes in the chat box. Welcome to my first live webcast.
Just make note, everyone's about a minute behind on a Hangout. So what you say live is about a minute for them to catch up. So it'll be just a second. Dan's going to log in and monitor it.
Can they hear you?
Yeah.
I have 3 hands.
That's the magic of editing. Yes, they can hear you.
Hi, Linda.
You're ready.
All right. Well, now that I know that I have good audio and you can all hear me, we're going to get started. So I just want to first thank you all for coming on and checking this out tonight. I'm super excited to be hosting my first live webcast and to share Kivana with you all. There may be some people who are on tonight who already know a little bit about Kivana, and there may be some people who have no idea what Kivana is and what I've been up to and what has got me super passionate and excited. So before I show you some slides and a presentation really similar to the one that I saw, I just want to give you a little bit of my background and help you to understand why I'm here, why I'm sitting in front of you doing this live webcast, which I can tell you I never imagined in all these years that I would be doing something like this. But it's pretty cool. I'm actually broadcasting to you from my bedroom, which is awesome. I love that I can work from home and have my family here nearby me, and I want to share this with other people. So for those of you who may not know me, I actually live up in the Northeast in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The Cape is a beautiful place. It's very seasonal, however, and we have a huge tourism industry. But what that means is in the winters, things really slow down. And in the summers, people often have 3 or 4 jobs to build up their income so that they can sustain themselves through the winters. And I was one of those people. I had many jobs. I was cleaning summer rentals, I was waitressing, I was tutoring, I did it all. And so many people do that. And you might be in a place where you've got some other kind of seasonal income or seasonal jobs as well, where things slow down, or you just might have a career where things slow down. You might be in construction and there are always downtimes. So I know there's a lot of people out there that understand this, and I got to a point when I had my first child and realized that I wanted to have some more stability, and so I went on and pursued a master's degree in special education. And that took several years and a lot of time, a lot of hours away from home, and a lot of money. I ended up going on to teach special education for 10 years, and I absolutely adored my students. But what I did not adore was not really being compensated for what I was worth and for all of my time and my effort. I was leaving in the morning before my kids got up, and would get home at dinner time and would put them to bed, and then had more work to do, and that continued on the weekends, and just really felt like I wasn't compensated for that. So I always knew that I wanted to help people and work with people, and was invested in education, but really needed to make a change and to do something to better my life and to have more time with my family. And so I actually walked away from teaching a couple of years ago. It was a really difficult decision to make, but also super exciting because I wanted to take hold of my future. I wanted to show my children to go after their dreams, and I knew that there had to be a better way. I kind of had a turning point one day where I had a conversation with myself when one of my children was facing a medical issue, and I actually had the thought in my head of, are we going to pursue medical services, because our health insurance deductible was so high, and we were living paycheck to paycheck. We didn't have any savings, and that was a really upsetting moment in my life to have to think about that. And I don't ever want to be in that situation again where I have to contemplate whether or not I'm going to seek medical services for somebody that I care about. And I really want to help other people who may be in that situation, or just who have, other financial hardships, because it's not a good place to be. And so I actually discovered Kivana just over 2 years ago, or I like to really say Kivana discovered me. I responded to a Craigslist post of all things. I thought it was for tutoring. And it was, people who were looking for some summer income, which I certainly was. I had walked away from my teaching salary and money was very, very tight. And I thought, absolutely, I can make some more income. I need to do that. So I responded, and I then viewed a presentation just like I'm going to share with you all. And it really, really caught my attention. There were several things that caught my attention, but mostly it was the fact that I knew I'd be able to help people on many different levels, which is just sort of who I am. And there may be some of you out there who are more entrepreneurial. I had no experience in network marketing, in direct sales. I was brand new to this. And that's one of the things that I really love about this, is that anybody can do this as long as someone's motivated, has passion, has heart, and is coachable. And you can go on to do really big things with this if this is something that you want to do. So I'm going to give you some information. All I do is offer information. I educate people because otherwise you won't hear about this opportunity. We're not advertised publicly. So I share the information, and then you do what you want to do with that information. I can certainly point anybody in the direction of more resources if that's what they're looking for. I can answer questions at the end, but I'm just offering information for you because this has been a radical opportunity for my family and I. So, let me just show you how. I'm going to bring up a slideshow for you all and show you some visuals. I am a visual learner as a former teacher, and so I'll show you those, and we'll get this started. And it's coming up. Okay, so Kivana. What is Kivana? Well, losing my earpiece. I am a newbie. So Kivana. Kivana is a company that is just about 5 years old. So it is a new company. It's a ground floor opportunity. And what Kivana is doing, and this is one of the things that really got me, was the product strategy that we have. We look just like a pharmaceutical company, but we are a natural, high-end health and wellness company. So we are offering natural products that are pharmaceutical grade. And what that means is these are products that are scientifically validated. These are products that are helping people to reduce the need for pharmaceutical medications. These are products that are helping people who have, who are the picture of health, to maintain that as well. And we're also looking at prevention. So we go through the testing. We have the science to back it. We look just like a pharmaceutical company, but we don't have products that carry side effects. So these are natural products. There certainly is a time and a place for pharmaceuticals, but when we're talking about everyday health maintenance and prevention, if you can take something that's not going to have those side effects, this is what we're offering to people, and that's one of the things that I loved about this. There is no other company out there that has the science and the research to back it up like we have. We've got patents and worldwide exclusive rights to our products, and there's nothing else like that. So that really, really excited me to know that I could benefit from these products, my family could benefit from these products, and I could share this with other people that could benefit the products, not just people in my life, because, you know, I thought, well, how many people do I know? Am I really going to be able to do this? There are so many people out there that can benefit from these products, and we are actually expanding not just across the U.S. but also internationally. And we're open in 8 different countries, and we will be. We have a plan over the next 20 years to be open in 50 countries. And what's special about that is that the founders of our company have built billion-dollar brands before. They know how to do this. They've got the background, and so we will continue to grow and expand internationally at a rate that a lot of other companies cannot do. So again, we're filling that gap in the marketplace. There has been, you know, there's been researchers who have made breakthrough discoveries in natural products, and they've had nowhere to bring their discoveries. And I'm talking about researchers and scientists who've conducted research for decades and just had nowhere to bring their research to. Now they can come to Kivana, and we have been approached by thousands of different researchers and scientists and have turned them down because if the science is not there, we are not going to put our label on it. So, oh, here we go. So like I said, we are filling that gap in the marketplace. We are the international distribution channel for these natural product breakthroughs that the world is really demanding. So chances are you have not heard of Kivana yet, and that's actually a really exciting thing. And the reason why is because when you can get in front of a trend and position yourself ahead of it, you can really capitalize on it. So this map here just shows you that there really isn't a huge presence of Kivana yet in the United States. These little balloons just indicate that there's some form of leadership there. There is no market saturation whatsoever in the United States with Kivana or globally. We actually started out here on the East Coast because one of the founders had a connection here. What's unique about that is that network marketing companies, direct sales, and natural product companies, they always start out over here on the West Coast and in Arizona and Texas. And this was a unique opportunity for me geographically to position myself ahead of the trend as well as getting in ground floor. So I knew that I needed to take a look at it. I was, you know, reluctant. I didn't know what to expect, had never done this before. But I have had phenomenal training, phenomenal support and coaching, and that's what we offer people. So for anybody out there who likes what they sees and wants to hop on with us and gets the vision, we you know, I would work with you and train you and support you, and it's just been phenomenal. So anybody truly can do this because I had no experience prior to this. So this picture was exciting to me to know that I could get ahead of this trend. These 5 gentlemen are the founders of Kivana. They have built billion-dollar brands before. They know how to do this. Their resumes are impeccable. The gentleman in the middle here, Derek Hall, he actually ran McKesson Pharmaceuticals for over 20 years and brought them to a $700 million company. He then went on to Nature's Made, which is the 2nd largest retail brand for natural products in the world. You know, and that is something that you can find at your local pharmacy, your grocery store, your Whole Food store. He ran that company, and what he did was he saw that gap in the marketplace for these pharmaceutical grade breakthroughs, and he's merged those 2 industries together. So the other 4 gentlemen also have run billion-dollar companies in the natural products field. They partnered up together to start Kivana, and they're just wonderful guys. I can't say enough about them. They're accessible and very knowledgeable. So 3 product systems right now. We're about to launch our 4th, which I'm very excited about, and I will share that with you. But we don't have catalogs of pages and pages. What we have are product systems that have need, that are scientifically validated. Our first system is called the core system. So the core system is really the core of your health. And there's different parts to this. There's 5 products within the system. What I want to talk to you first about is the probiotic. You hear a lot about probiotics on TV these days with Activia yogurt, and there's all kinds of different commercials. We all need to have good, healthy gut health. When you have good gut flora, you're going to see improved immunity and improved digestion. So our probiotic is unique because it has a 3-layer protective shell around it. And what makes that special is that the good healthy bacteria actually make it down into your lower intestine to be released where they need to be released, whereas some of the other probiotics that I had used before were actually being released in my esophagus and my stomach and being eaten away by my stomach acids and not making it down to my lower gut. And that's why we're seeing people with more serious digestive issues such as Crohn's disease and IBS, even acid reflux and GERD, use our probiotic and have tremendous results. And even if you don't have that serious need for it, everybody needs a probiotic because it's going to help you absorb all your nutrients far more effectively. All 3 of my children also take our probiotic daily. After that, we've got our essentials right here. This is a little green pixie stick type of packet. And there's an herb in this packet, and you do put this right on your tongue, just like a pixie stick. You do not mix it with water. It dissolves and goes right into your bloodstream, but it is the world's strongest natural anti-inflammatory. And inflammation is the cause of so many different issues in our health these days that just manifest in many, many, many different ways. So this packet right here actually supports over 40 maladies in the human body. I myself have used it for my migraines. I suffered from migraines since I was 8 years old. I do not have them any longer. Also, my seasonal allergies. I don't need to take my nasal steroid spray or any of my other over-the-counter medications. But it's also going to help with more commonly associated inflammatory issues such as arthritis, carpal tunnel, any of the itises, bursitis, tendinitis, Lyme's disease. It's also going to lower cholesterol. And the reason why this is able to help so many different maladies is because the herb in it is an adaptogenic herb. So it adapts, and it's going to do different things for different people's body based on their needs. So it's just a phenomenal product. If this was the only product that we had, I would still be a part of Kivana because it's been just life-changing for me and for so many people that I know. And the great thing is you can't overdose on it. You can take as many as you need to. If you have a really bad headache, you can take this. If you've got pet allergies as well, this is going to help. It also gives you a calm, subtle sense of energy. If you have that mid-afternoon lull, you can take the essentials and you'll feel a boost of energy, but nothing frenetic or crazy like that. We also have a detox. Everybody really should be detoxifying their bodies from a lot of the toxins in our environment that we're exposed to in the air, from our foods, from the additives and the dyes and all of those different chemicals. So this is a capsule that you take, and it's going to remove the heavy metals, the leads, the mercuries from your body. It also removes free radicals, which have been linked to cancer. So there are a lot of doctors who recommend this to their patients for that as well. It also is going to remove radioactive elements. It's a chelator, and it's a blood cleanse. So it's like a magnet. It's going to bind to and absorb all of those toxins from your body and expel them. Most people will just take this for a 30-day cycle and then and just take it seasonally, so 4 times a year. However, it's also been shown to help children and adults manage their ADHD symptoms, which was very exciting to me given my special education background because, again, it's removing all of those toxins. So, children have been able to reduce the need from some of those stimulants and other medications by using our detox. Right here in the middle, I'm sure everybody watching has had a cold at some point in their life, the flu, been sick. So I was one of those people who was continually sick. My immune system was very suppressed and low. Our defense is going to boost your killer white T cells by 4 times the amount. And it's just 6 medicinal mushrooms raised on an organic bed of soil that are going to boost your killer white T cells. So if you feel like you're getting sick, you can take the defense. It's going to knock it right out of your system. My children use this. I have a lot of old colleagues of mine, teachers that use this. Anybody who's in the healthcare field or working with the public absolutely needs the defense to keep their immunity up high, so they're not at risk for getting sick. The only downside is that you may not get sick, so there's no sick days from work, but it's very well worth it. And finally, in our core system, we have the Core PM. And this actually was really exciting for me because I've struggled with getting a good night's sleep for many, many, many years. I had tried over-the-counters, I had tried melatonin, and nothing had worked for me. You know, I had taken over-the-counter PM type, but the problem with that was that I was always groggy in the morning, and I didn't feel like I didn't feel refreshed. And I was up to 3 or 4 of those a night, which definitely was not good for my body. The side effects are not healthy. So our Core PM actually comes out of MIT's research, and what MIT discovered is that our bodies only need a 0.5 milligram of melatonin, and when you have that right dose of melatonin, you're going to hit all of your REM cycles. So the other melatonins that I had tried actually were putting my body into melatonin overload. And they didn't work for me. They were not effective. This makes me feel refreshed. There are some vitamins B6, B12, and some other roots and herbs, and when I wake up in the morning, there's no grogginess. It's non-habit forming. I can get up in the middle of the night and fall back asleep. So this has been just an absolute godsend for me to get a good night's sleep. It's also great for people who may work the night shift and they need to sleep during the day. This is going to really help people because, like I said, it's going to help you reset your sleep cycles in a way that is really easy to do. So that's our core system. Our second system is the metabolic system. And this is a system that's going to help you reset and correct your metabolism. So there's a lot of fad diets out there, yo-yo diet. So this is not a diet. This is designed to be a 90-day metabolism reset. And, you know, many people after 90 days, what we do is we teach people how to eat properly, how to, you want to balance out your carb to protein ratio, and that's it. It's that simple. There's no counting points and checking in with somebody and keeping track on your phone, and it's super, super easy. Because of the science behind it, you're actually going to reset and restore your metabolism. So this metabolic system is also comprised of 5 products. We have shakes. We've got a chocolate shake and a vanilla shake. Keeps you satiated for up to 4 hours. Tastes amazing. My children have shakes every morning. They love them. You can mix it with water, milk, coconut milk, almond milk, whatever you like. It comes in a pouch, in a packet, so there's no scoop, no measuring. You can keep it in the car with you if you're on the go, and that way you're not going to go stop at McDonald's or something like that. You've got a nice, easy meal. This is a meal replacement. It's 29 grams of protein, all natural, no additives. You're going to feel great. You're going to put on lean muscle mass. You're feeding your muscles, and when you feed your muscles, you are then going to see that fat start to burn and melt right off of you. This system actually comes with a tape measure because it's about losing inches. It's not necessarily just about the pounds. So your body will reshape itself. And I've had tremendous results. I've lost 14 pounds using this. My friend's daughter, she actually introduced me to Kivana, her mother, but her daughter is 15, and she lost over 54 pounds and has kept that weight off for almost a year and a half now. So this is designed for anybody. Another cool fact about this that was really exciting for me is that this product system was created for people with diabetes. So it's stabilizing insulin levels as well. So people with type 2 diabetes are able to use this to stabilize their blood sugar levels. We also have bars. We've got chocolate bars, chocolate peanut butter bars, and a gluten-free pomegranate bar. Delicious. We've got a Resist. You put it on your tongue. It's a tablet, and what it does is it blocks the sugar receptors, so something's not going to taste as sweet. If you're like me and you're having those cravings, whether it's late at night or just, wherever you may be, you take the resist, and it's going to help to diminish those cravings. And if you go ahead and you eat that chocolate cake, it's not going to taste as sweet as it should, and chances are you're probably going to put the fork down. We also have a boost. The boost is a fat burner. You take it a half an hour before you have a shake, a bar, a breakfast, your lunch. And it's going to just get that metabolism going. It's going to raise your body temperature by 1 degree, which is going to get your metabolism started. And all it is cayenne pepper, B6, B12, and decaf green tea. So you're not going to get any jittery feeling or anything like that. And finally, we've got a recharge. This comes in another pouch. It's a smaller version of the shake pouch. It's a fruit punch flavored amino acid blend that's going to extend your metabolic rate even longer after taking a shake. So a couple hours after you have a shake, you make your fruit punch recharge mid-morning, and it's going to keep that fat burning rate going even longer. If you work out at the gym, or if you have a job that is really physically demanding, if you do landscaping, for example, you take the recharge. It's going to help to repair your muscles so you're not going to feel so sore afterwards. Or if you have a meal that's really not metabolically balanced, you have a salad with not a lot of protein, you have a recharge with it, and it's going to help to metabolically balance out that meal. Here are some testimonials that you can see. So Alice Lee is a mother of 5. She's actually, unfortunately, she's a widow. She's got 5 boys. They all still live at home. And she finally made a decision to get healthy for her kids' sake. And she's actually lost over 140 pounds now, and she has been able to keep this weight off. She did not have time to eat the way that she wanted to eat, prepare the meals that she wanted to, because she was, widow with 5 boys, working full-time. Her boys play sports, super busy. So I love this because it's really easy to use. But she also didn't have time to go to the gym. So the metabolic system is going to enhance. If somebody's going to the gym, it's just going to enhance everything that they're doing there. If you don't have time for the gym, if you're busy like she is and like I am, or you're just not a gym person, or you have other health restraints that can't get you to the gym, the metabolic system is actually equivalent to being on a treadmill for 60 minutes. And that's because of the effect that the amino acid blend has on your muscles. You're triggering that response in your muscles, and you're putting on that lean muscle mass and burning the fat. And then this is Jade, who I was referencing earlier, the 15-year-old who lost 54 pounds, and this picture is over a year old, so she's sustained that. She feels great. She's on the swim team now, winning meets, running her first 5K. So I can't say enough about this metabolic system. Our third system is called Prime. And actually, Prime comes out of a Nobel Prize discovery. This system is unique because it combats cardiovascular disease, which meant a lot to me because I've got, unfortunately, due to genetics, we've got all kinds of cardiovascular disease in my family, ranging from high cholesterol to serious heart disease. And so this product here was exciting to me, and it may be for people who already know that they have high blood pressure or any kind of cardiovascular disease, or if you're just looking to prevent that and maintain your healthy cardiovascular status. So what is it? Well, again, it's another sort of pixie stick, and you're going to put it right on your tongue, just like that green packet I showed you. And that's because it's the fastest way into the system. But nitric oxide is actually a molecule that our bodies naturally produce, but what happens is at about age 40, we start to produce less of it. And the job of nitric oxide is to tell your arteries to stay relaxed and dilated so that your blood is circulating through your body efficiently. And just due to lack of exercise, poor diet these days, and genetics, we're finding people have lower levels of nitric oxide, happening before the age of 40. What's really neat about this product is that there is a test strip, so you can test your nitric oxide level and see where you're at. And when I first tested, I was depleted, which was really scary for me. I then used the Prime every morning and have moved up into the normal range. So I've lowered my risk for a cardiovascular event. So that was exciting for me, given my family history. So you can see on the left there is a typical artery. Over time, there's a plaque buildup and it's hardened, and it's harder for blood to get through that narrow space. And then when you take the prime, your artery is going to become more elastic. You're going to get better circulation, and that's going to help you to maintain your blood pressure level. So I know so many people who have high blood pressure who are off their lisinoprils and different blood pressure medications using the prime. It's going to help combat cardiovascular aging. It's going to help support cognition because you're getting more oxygen to the brain. Also, it supports sexual function because it's getting the blood flowing below the belt for men and for women with none of those crazy side effects. So it's just amazing that it can do all of these things for us in a safe and natural way. You can see here's a thermal scan. Those purple and pink spots, those are cold spots. Those are spots where the blood's not circulating well through his body. So someone who has, who's complaining about having cold hands and cold feet, who has pain in their fingers and their toes, who may have Raynaud's, the prime is phenomenal for that. I've got incredible testimonial after testimonial on how the prime has helped people with Raynaud's. And you can see a half an hour later on the right-hand side, a lot of those cold spots have dissipated. And so that's what the prime does. Also, people who have different skin issues, eczema and psoriasis, this has helped because it's bringing more oxygen to the surface of the skin as well, and it's reducing their symptoms for that too. So our last product system is brand new, and it hasn't actually been officially launched yet, but we are launching it in just 2 short weeks. And I'm very excited about this. This is going to propel Kivana into a huge, rapid period of growth that's really, really exciting. And this is our skin shift. So the skincare industry is a huge industry, and so is health and wellness. Those are the 2 fastest growing industries, and now Kivana has both of those. So that excited me as far as the business opportunity. But what's exciting about SkinShift is that its approach to looking at skincare is like nothing I have ever seen before. So traditional skincare has looked at skin types as far as oily skin, dry skin, or maybe you have a combination, and then it kind of transitioned into the decades. And in your 20s it's recommended that you might need this skincare regimen, or in your 30s you may need a different kind of skincare regimen. And you go to the store and you buy it and you hope that it works. And you may have a drawer of skincare products, and people spend thousands of dollars on products that they don't really know if they're going to work, and they often don't work. SkinShift is unique because it actually looks at your genetic makeup. So it's based on your DNA. And we're able to look at that and make a specific recommendation for someone. So we're taking out all of that guesswork. SkinShift was developed by Dr. Ruthie Harper, and she's a leading physician in DNA-based skincare. She's really about prevention and reducing the need for different surgical procedures for skincare. Her research and her discovery has been featured in many different publications that you're certainly welcome to look up, but it's out there. And this is the SkinShift line right here. I can't wait to get my hands on it in 2 weeks. But she's going to have a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer, and a serum. And the serum is going to be the product that is specifically recommended for you based on the results of your DNA analysis. So right here are some images. You can see some before and after shots. Hopefully you can see them, but there's decreased inflammation over here, and then some rosacea has definitely diminished. Fine lines diminish. It's going to increase your collagen as well. So what SkinShift is looking at is 5 different factors in your DNA: collagen, sun protection, antioxidant protection, glycation, which is how your body responds to sugars, and inflammation. And so looking at those, you then will get a 12-page report that will look something like this. And you may be high in one area and low in another area. And because of your specific needs, we then can provide you with a recommendation for what your skin needs, and you'll know which specific Skin Shift serum to use that's going to work for you. So there's a swab. It looks like a Q-tip. You rub it up inside your cheek. I've already taken the DNA analysis, and you send it in. The results get destroyed, so it is very, very safe. They go straight to Dr. Harper's lab, and everything is destroyed afterwards. And then you've got your recommendations, so there's no more guesswork. The DNA analysis only needs to happen one time, and you can and then experience the benefits of the Skin Shift products. So it's exciting to know that there's going to be something that truly, truly works. So I'm just going to wrap it up here. But again, this is just one of my favorite pictures because I am able to help bring all of these amazing products that I've just shared with you across the country and internationally, and I just can't stress that enough. You may be looking to, just make enough money to pay for the products that you'd like to use every month. You might want enough for a car payment. You might like enough to create a mortgage payment or go on vacation. You might be looking to completely exit out of what you're doing and have a more radical life change like I was doing, and that's very possible because of the timing of the company, because of the ground floor opportunity, because the product strategy is there, because the founders have done this before. So it's just this perfect storm where we will create thousands of millionaires. And that's awesome. We also have many Olympic athletes actually that are partnered up with us. This is just a few of them right here. But that was really cool to me to see that these Olympians had aligned themselves with Kivana, and they're business owners with the company just like I am. We don't do any endorsements or sponsorships. So they are using the products just like I am and growing their own businesses as well. And the Olympic Committee has also put their stamp of approval on some of the products too, which was really important for me to know that the products were safe. We're FDA accepted, and we've got the GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices stamp as well. So that meant a lot to me because my children are using these products, and I wouldn't want to recommend these products to somebody if they weren't safe and if they weren't effective. So I feel really good about sharing this with people I know and people that I don't know. These are some of the doctors that are affiliated with Kivana. Dr. Lehman actually developed the metabolic system, and he has over 30 years of research and over 90 peer reviews. So he really is, he's regarded by his peers as the godfather of metabolism. He's a top doctor for sports nutrition and diabetes as well. And you can certainly Google Dr. Donald Lehman and look at his credentials and his research. Good luck if you understand it. I don't understand all of it, but you can learn about him and how he's created the metabolic system. And then Dr. Lord, he actually he offers these products right to his patients in his practice, and he is the 5th top doctor for bariatric surgery. And so when his patients come to him, they leave with the metabolic system and the other products as well, and that's what he's offering to them. So we've got a lot of doctors, nurses, physical therapists, chiropractors using the products, but also promoting the products and offering the products to their clients because they're safe and because they work. So that meant a lot to me as well. I didn't want to align myself with some fly-by-night company. This was my first shot at this, and I knew that I wanted to do it right, and so that was important to me. This right here, this slide, is kind of what got my heart beating really quickly because this is a slide showing the timing and the growth of Kivana, and we're actually a little bit higher than it shows right there on the graph. The slide's a little bit old, but we're about to hit a period of growth called momentum, and that's hypergrowth when a company takes off. Most companies hit that period of growth for about 2 to 4 years. We're slated to experience momentum for 5 to 7 years. And that's because of our product strategy, because of things like SkinShift, because we're bringing out different product systems, one for Alzheimer's, one for children's nutrition, and women's menopause as well. And so that will have an extended period of momentum, and that's exciting because people's pay will be multiplied by 10 and 20 times the amount, which is just mind-blowing to me because I've already achieved an income that rivals my teaching salary in just 2 short years. I never would have imagined that for myself, but everything that they have predicted to happen in the 2 years that I have been with the company has happened, and I've watched it unfold, and I'm just really excited about sharing that with other people. There's some pretty incredible bonuses. As I mentioned, I taught for 10 years, and I was a really good teacher, and I know I was a good teacher not only because it was written in my teacher evaluations, but I had more students that were always added to my caseload, which showed that I could handle it. Was always asked to take more trainings and work with different populations of students, and I was never compensated for any of that. So with Kivana, I actually do get compensated. When you do a really nice job, you get a bonus. And so I've earned a car bonus, a $500 a month car payment, and I am picking out my Mercedes. I have test driven it. I am so excited. But I don't like to hype this stuff up. It's a great bonus. And we're not one of those flashy companies where we're all about cars and all of that. It's a bonus that's there. But really what we are is about helping other people, whether it's to achieve financial freedom, to have more time to spend doing their pursuing their hobbies, their interests, spending it with their families, giving back, or improving their health. We do also have a great vacation bonus. It's a cruise for 10 days. In order for me to take a cruise for 10 days previously, I would have had to do that during summer vacation, and that's not the time that I want to necessarily be on a cruise. Now I have the freedom to take a vacation when I want to. I don't have to go when it's high season, and the airfares are super high, or you have to wait on long lines wherever you go. I was able to actually take my family skiing last winter during non-school vacation week, and stay on the mountain. Was never able to afford to do that before, and it was amazing. We also have incredible cash incentives too. I've just qualified for my first first part of the diamond rank level, which is a $10,000 bonus. So when I do that again, that's an incredible bonus that really is some life-changing stuff. So there are 3 different ways that people can become engaged with Kivana. You may be saying, I'm just not interested right now, and that's okay, and I thank you so much for coming on and watching. You may know someone that could benefit from these products, and you're certainly welcome to connect them with me, and I could see if these products would be beneficial for them. Or you may be saying you'd like to try the products yourself, and you can do that as a retail customer. That's option 1. And you can go online, you can get the products, and they get drop shipped right to your house. There's no coordinating and meeting up together. And option 2 is to be a preferred customer, and you can enjoy wholesale pricing. So you set up a reoccurring order, and the cool part about that is that you can change that order at any time. You can change what's in it. You can change the date. You can cancel it. There's no penalties. There's no contract. So it's very, very flexible. So I always recommend that for people so that they can take advantage of the wholesale pricing. And then the third option is to become a business owner, which is what I decided to do. And as I mentioned, I had no experience and was in a really difficult financial place. So I thought, how am I going to afford this? I'm going to put money into a business, but I also knew I was at a point in my life where it really made sense to start my own business, to work for myself, And to capitalize on this trend and not to have to reinvent the wheel, because there's a whole system in place, training in place that I could grab onto and take advantage of, and then also work in a way that was convenient for me. My kids, one of them is in high school, one's in middle school, and one's in elementary school. They play sports, they do piano, they're busy. I also work part-time in addition to this. So I've been able to fit this into my life in a way that's convenient. If there's a night that I have something going on with my family or something else in my personal life, that I don't have to work. Or I can work like I am right now from the comfort of home in my bedroom, which is just phenomenal to me. I love being able to do that. So I did, I took the little bit of savings that I had left, and I have been able to make a return on that investment over and over and over. And what really means a lot to me about that investment is that with Cuvana, you actually can sell your business, you can transfer it, and you can also will it. So this is something that I can leave to my family, to my children, because that residual income will create itself and generate itself for years and years and years to come down the road. And I will be able to transfer it to them and will it to them. So that gives me huge peace of mind knowing that, because we didn't have a plan B, and Plan A wasn't working for us, so now we have Plan Q. So if anybody out there is looking at this and you'd like some more information, please feel free to get back in touch with me. I can point you in the direction of information. I'm happy to talk with you as well. Anytime I can Skype with you and give you some more resources. So I really appreciate you tuning in, and take care and have a good night.
In the green. Click over here on the green.
Oh.
Here we go.
I have my helper.
She's back. Does anybody have any questions?
Does anybody have any questions that I can answer? Thanks, Linda. I just saw your comment. She's my Florida connection. Oh, we've got Sharona in Florida as well.
Yeah. Awesome. So it looks like we don't have any questions.
Okay.
And you can let them know that they'll get a follow-up email.
Okay, so I am going to sign off. It looks like there aren't any questions. You will all get a follow-up email, and you will have the opportunity there to connect with me in any way that you would like to. So take care and have a great night.
Stop broadcast. Big red button.